Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Tristan and I am currently going to go through a series of health from the Bible and beauty from the Bible. And so something that I've been really fascinated by is how today we have all of these beauty cosmetic things that are a fortune, and it's all these things that are trying to anti-age and help us in our beauty, whether it's makeup or it's skincare. But I was reading in Esther and something stood out to me that I started to then research, and I wanted to just share with you guys and tell you about my journey on it. So it's in Esther 2, and it talks about all of these things that are beauty treatments that the women went to before they went to the king. So the king was King Xerxes. And long story short, Vashti was sent away from being queen, so he was looking for a new queen. So all these women went through 12 months of beauty treatments in order to be their best selves for the king. And Esther ended up being chosen. Well, this is what the verse says. It's Esther 2:12. Before a young woman's turn came to go into King Xerxes, she had to complete 12 months of beauty treatments prescribed for the women, 6 months with oil of myrrh and 6 with perfumes and cosmetics. And this is how she would go to the king. And I read that and it caused me to get so interested in oils and what is myrrh and the perfumes and what cosmetics do they do, because they didn't do the same things obviously back then that we now do today. And whether it's, plastic surgery or Botox or all these creams, they just didn't have access to that in the same way. But yet they were beautiful women and it was natural, and I wanted to look into that. And so I'm currently on this journey where I'm using oils, and I found this woman. I can't think of what her account is right now, but I'll find it and I'll put it in after. And she started talking about how, I think she said she's 57 years old, and all she uses is oil. So she'll use castor oil, rose hip oil, she said jojoba oil, or however you pronounce that, and just these different types of oils. Olive oil was really good. She started, okay, so this is interesting. I don't know, I then watched her content for about an hour. She said that it started out, she wasn't even aware of it, but using olive oil to anoint herself because she was going through a lot of spiritual warfare, and the Bible speaks a bunch about anointing and anointing oil. And she started to anoint herself, whether it was, at night before she went to bed, when she was leaving the house, just to kind of combat against spiritual warfare. Well, she realized that when she would anoint herself with olive oil, she would kind of put it on her face and through her chest, her arms, that it was clearing up her skin and, in a sense, anti-aging her. And so her neck started to clear up, her wrinkles were clearing up, there were sunspots that started to disappear. And I just do believe that true beauty in a woman is 100% from the inside out. It's about your heart. It's a quiet, gentle, loving, kind spirit. And that's another video, obviously, about the beauty of a woman's heart and how God created women. But there is also something to be said about beauty externally, physically, and taking care of ourselves. There is so much throughout the Bible that speaks of this and helps. We are holistic, well-rounded people who are mind, body, spirit, so we need to take care of everything just as much as we need to be taking care of our inward beauty, which, if anything, definitely taking even more care of our inward beauty. We need to be taking care of our physical beauty as well. And so I wanted to share with you guys that I am now on a journey where I just got so into it. And I'm kind of somebody who's 0 to 100. Like, if we're going in, we're going all in. And so I went and I ordered myrrh and I ordered castor oil, and castor oil is one that I'm really excited about because I've heard amazing properties and benefits of it. But I've started these past 2 or 3 days using just olive oil, and I put it on my face. I literally just 100% pure, organic, perfect condition olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. And I just take some, I put a few drops of it on my hands, and then I rub it together and I just put it on my skin before I go to sleep. And it has already, I feel started to change things and work on my skin and just look really good. And I wanted to share that with you. Maybe it's something worth trying and seeing it with your skin, but it definitely works. At least I've seen it in my life, and there's tons of testimonies out there. So don't just take my word for it, but it's biblical, and I always love, it's one of my greatest passions when modern day science and research that comes out has already been said in the Bible like 2,000 years ago. And I just think it's kind of fun when it's like, this scientist says in 2018 that using olive oil is anti-aging. And it's like, wow, that's amazing. Jesus said that 2,000 years ago. And actually, if we're going back to the Old Testament, it was even more than that, thousands of years ago, that God actually told us that. But we didn't listen or open our Bibles to read it. So all that to say, I love when science and the Bible go hand in hand together and kind of prove one another. So using oils to help with skincare, anti-aging, also with your hair care. I also put, wait, let me show you. Okay. This is the olive oil. It was just in a container, but I put it in this one. And again, I just take this, rub it in my hands, and then put it over my skin, my face, my chest, my arms, honestly everywhere. Then this is what I use for my hair right now, but I'm waiting for the castor oil. I ordered it, so it should be here soon. And this is what I'm currently using. Rosemary Mint Scalp and Hair Strengthening Oil infused with biotin and encourages growth for daily use, scalp treatment, split end care. And so I've started using this probably 2 or 3 times a week is what I'm aiming for. And I just put it on after I get out of the shower on my damp hair, and then I sleep in it and wash my hair the next day. So that's for my hair. And then I also will sometimes pair that with Moroccan oil, just your basic Moroccan oil. But again, super excited for when the castor oil comes. And I will just let you know, I'm kind of excited that we're filming this right now in just the very beginning to see how it affects my hair, strengthening it, thickening it, lengthening it, and I will keep you guys posted. Maybe I'm a little bit of the guinea pig for it, but there's a lot of testimonies out there. I feel people have already been the guinea pig for it, and I'm just going with it. So I'll let you guys know, but I wanted to encourage you that from the Book of Esther and how myrrh will impact my skin as well. So I'll be mixing that with some different oils. I think you put a drop or 2 in your oil, so a carrier oil like castor oil or coconut oil, mix that in and also put that on your skin as well or in your hair. So wanted to share that with you guys. I hope this is an encouragement with you, and I'm going to be posting more things related to health and beauty from the Bible moving forward. I will see you guys next week. Love you so much. And if this encouraged you or you want to try it too, or you have other tips or things that you want to share, comment down below, like, subscribe, all the things that show support. And I love you so much. I will see you next week. Bye.